This is Mafia Definitive Edition. We're on Xbox Series X taking a look at this really great remake of the first Mafia entry in the series. So with that, we're inheriting the Xbox One X enhancement. That means we're getting like 1440p, we're getting it at 30 FPS, and we're getting HDR support built in. Ooh, the Harley's kind of nice looking. I'm just kind of debating on kind of smooth ride I want to drive. I got all these different cars. So we're in the free roam mode of the game because, it's got all the extra content. It's got the full story brought back. And then it's got this free roam mode where we're able to kind of just drive around and take in the city. So this is a really interesting kind of set of games. They kind of touched up all three of them. They released them as a pack. I think they're great titles. I highly suggest jumping into them. So this is the Prohibition era gangster time. It's like a movie, like a mob movie, but turned into a video game, which is really cool. And then obviously, as you're seeing here, visually it's just gorgeous. Like, it's the 30s, it's a life of crime. You get to see this interesting, world throughout some little seasonal changes. And yeah, it's just a really great experience the whole way through. And what's particularly fascinating about this one for me is the fact that it's really story focused. It's an open world environment that actually is really large. It's huge. Like, it's a big map. It's got all this outside area you can go to, and you never really even go to any of it, quite honestly, unless you want to. But it's not a game where it's like, hey, you go do all these side things. The open world is the backdrop to the story. And to me, that's interesting, because you're not going into buildings, you're not, particularly focused on doing anything like sidewise in this. You're just working through a story, and then it just so happens through the narrative that you're working through that you see and get to experience this large open scale world. And I think that's really cool. Great characters, a great narrative. Definitely hits what I thought were some of the highlight moments of kind of any mob film that you would be thinking of. And it's just kind of a really neat sort of environment, a Lost Haven society. And it's also one where you have to actually kind of follow the laws, which is weird. And you get to like customize some settings too, but it's one where it's like you can't just drive like a maniac, or else the cops are going to be like, whoa, and you got to actually kind of think about what you're doing in regards to moving around and battling people. But it's really quite cool. It's very well done. And I think this is definitely worth jumping into. Like, this remake is such a loving recreation of this original entry in the series. It was just sort of like that perfect sort of conclusion through them all, because I was able to play them kind of together, if that makes sense, just in terms of, experiencing what they have to offer. And yeah, it was just really neat to kind of just work through this game for the first time and be like, wow, this is really cool. Like, they cleaned up a lot of stuff, but from what I understand, it's that, kind of iconic experience that's been brought back. It's got those epic moments, those surprises along the way, and I think that was just so well done and so creative. Okay.
Stop right where you are.
This is not good. Not good at all. Whoa, 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 whoa. Looks like we're getting arrested. I don't think so. Not today. But yeah, they got like brawling. There's gun stuff too. It's just kind of nuts. I guess I'm going to die. I'm resisting arrest, which I've never done apparently before, because I got an achievement for doing that. That's kind of funny. I always kind of evade the cops. But it's got this like really cool Mafia style, because it's just like this innocent beginning. You're just like this cabbie driver, right? You're just doing your things. It's Tommy Angelo, and you're thrown into this underworld of criminal affairs with the Salieri family. You've got your friends, you've got your missions, you're working. There's like a gal involved, and it's just a really cool setting. It's a beautiful looking game. Just the solutions they do to capture the environment, I think, are fantastic. And you, like I said, you could just like walk around too. You don't have to like specifically do anything in this. Do I not have any sort of like guns or anything? Like, where are my weapons? Do I have to like talk to somebody? I'm sorry, it's just like, what is going on here? But you could just like roam the streets, see all the vehicles, have like people walking around. It just feels like a real sort of location, if you get what I mean. It's so interesting how that works out, and the style of play here is just really neat. I think we can actually go inside one of these buildings. Hello there. I don't know. To me, it's just kind of cool. And there's like some fun collectibles too that you can gather. You know, some interesting collectible options. But yeah, it just feels truly authentic, and you get that in like the cinematic moments. You know, the characters you interact with and stuff along the way. I think that's just to me is quite a lot of fun to have in action. Such a unique experience. Oh, kind of a note. It's fun. I don't know. There's just some style about the world of Mafia here that I find so fascinating, I guess, because there's not many games that try to focus. Like if they throw you into an open world, it's always like, oh, you got to do this and you got to do that, and you know, there's like some side stuff you can do, and you know, we don't want you to leave ever. Whereas this one, it's like, you know, enjoy the ride, enjoy the journey, and then it's like, okay, well, you know, now you could free roam with this extra, or there's other stuff you can do, and I think it's just kind of, you know, a really neat venture that you can kind of dive through. Wow, what a beautiful environment. Sorry, I'm just kind of really getting lost in the the scope and the style of this like location. It's really quite cool. Can we have a drink here? I actually wonder if we can a drink. Oh, it's just a picture of the whole crew all together. Yeah, so many surprises in this one. Oh yeah, we got the collectible cigarette cards, which apparently I think all that stuff's like actually authentic too to the era, which is kind of neat as well. This one, I don't know, I really really like this one, and then of course like Mafia 2 is of course like just steps things up again as well, and I think that one's kind of neat. Oh yes, you do the cappy, you do the different looks, the fancy stuff, Public Enemy. Oh, he was wearing masks before it was cool. Racing. Oh, yes, the racing scene's a lot of fun, too. Oh, wow, you get so many cool styles. Scarlet, I don't know. I like the refined look. Let's do it. Different costumes. Yeah, that's fun. Such a different sort of title, right? And I loved the group of characters here. That was the biggest thing for me, was not just, like, who we're playing as, but also the people that like surround you in terms of like your crew and your, you know, the people that you interact with the most along the way. I thought that was always fun, and then the level of like deadliness to it. And I liked how they cleaned this one up in terms of like, you know, using the cover and then trying to survive that way. I always thought that was kind of fun and different. Yeah, fighting away here. I don't know. It also doesn't hold back in its depiction of the era, which I think is nice. A lot of, you know, games nowadays, they go a little bit casual there. Can we not sneak in? I gotta go actually around to my gunsmith guy. Sorry if we're doing a slow thing here. We did show a joyride of the city. It's just kind of like walking around, interact with people. Like you spend a little bit of time here because a lot of the missions kind of like start off where you're talking to the associates and that, if you know what I mean. I will take the knife. I will take the baseball bat. And I need some guns. Thank you. I need that. I need that. I need... Oh, okay, we want the shotgun. I kind of want the Tommy gun. Okay, I want the Tommy, though. Yeah, do that thing where we move away slightly from the guns so that we can switch them over. Killing me. Okay, now can we get it, please? There we go. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know if we can swap the bolt action. I don't know if I want to swap the bolt action for the Tommy gun. I'd rather have the Tommy gun. I'm trying to like get another good like gun in there, if you know what I mean. I want the Tommy gun. We have a sawn off too. Okay, there we go. We got the pistol. Let's see if we can swap that for the shotgun. That shotgun. I'm sure this is comically hilarious as me trying to like get this stuff done. But let's cause a little bit of mayhem next time we run into some unfriendly folks. Let's go get the car. Come on, man, run. He's got to find suits. He doesn't want to run too much in this one, but I think, you know, if you're looking at this in the idea of this being like a really good remake of that original version. I think it absolutely captures the era so beautifully well. The style, the coolness of it, the smoothness, the marketing too is so cool. And that sounds odd, but like I'm talking about the marketing of all like the marketing stuff and the backdrops, you know, all of the imagery in that. I think is so gorgeous. There's something about like media portrayals in that era, especially if you've seen like Mad Men or Madman. I've seen a Madman, but if you've seen Mad Men, you know what I'm talking about, just in regards to like this really stunning sort of visual world. Oh, really, I thought the cops were going to be after me. You know, it's just like you see all like Swift Cola and stuff. I think the signs in that are super, super cool to me. I don't know. Just something that helps, you know, add to my immersion of the world for sure. Hello, cops, sir. Beautiful cars too. Like this car looks stunning. Like this is a pretty game, if you know what I mean. Oh wow, he's shooting at me while on the motorcycle. Looks like we got ourselves a bit of a chase, and the vehicle damage is so cool too. And then there's like different you know, town areas as well. The outside country is kind of cool, but you don't really explore it. Like that was the biggest part that I think some people might not like in this one, is you don't really get to explore the world because there's not really anything specifically for you to do out there. And again, they've added some extra stuff, but you know what I mean. Like there's not necessarily a direct purpose for you to go to certain places. But oh, look at that! Look at that gorgeous city. Oh, wow, that is just amazing. You can go anywhere in it too, right? Because we're in the free drive, so just go do whatever. But yeah, it's a stunning world. Actually, I should actually slow down because you can die like crazy here. I'm sorry, I'm just like stunning over it because it's just going so fast. I was like, oh, no, no, no. Because this game will kill you. It's not like those other games where it's like, oh, you know, you're going quick and you hit something. It's just recover, your car gets banged up. Nah, this one, you like get sent flying, you die. It's intense. That's why the racing car segment can be so tough for some people, but yeah, just kind of showing off little city areas. That's some slow loading on that one, but oh wow, the cops are getting a little bit smarter. Wait, did I not take the Tommy? I thought I took the Tommy gun. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. This is not good. This is not good at all. The officers of the law got me, but yeah, that's basically the gist of what Mafia Definitive Edition is. Again, there's a really great story here with really excellent characters, fun twists and turns, and an interesting narrative. And they've got all of the content thrown in here so you can enjoy the full scope of it just better than ever. If you're returning, which I'm not too sure too many people will be, because this was like, I think a bit of a niche title back then, you're in for like a real thrill ride with the cover system and the style of like multiplayer, the style of like how you interact with the world being so much better. It's so much more dynamic, you know. It still has that heart of the original. It still has all those surprising moments, but I think it just does a much better job presenting them. And it feels cool. It feels classy. It feels action-packed. It's surprising. It's got a good amount of challenge to it as well, and you know, it's just a really grooving world that you can check out and have a blast in and see so many memorable moments. I think you'll genuinely be shocked at some of the things that happen in the story. You really care about the characters and what's going on in this one. It's quite an interesting conflict and system of betrayals and epicness. It's so grand in style, and you don't see too many games that just really go all in on the story, and I really appreciated that one. That about this one is what they did there. I think they really nailed it, and I think this is definitely worth checking out, especially if you want to get it all as like one big trilogy thing. I think that's particularly cool, and this is going to be cool. Oh, I thought I would like go flying out there. I know I'm dead, but is he concussed or something?